Yo, what up, guys? What's going on with everyone? Tonight we are discussing SPY, and then I've got a few stocks that I saw on the options flow. So it took a little bit of time to look at that, and there's a few interesting, definitely chains to watch. So if you guys appreciate that, please hit the like button for me. If you guys have any questions, also drop them in the chat. But yeah, I hope you guys had a pretty good day. SPY is actually impressive today, 4.75% or points, 1.2% for the day. What I like about it is the volume is pretty much average, so it went up on decent volume. It wasn't like low volume going up. So that's the main thing that I like about SPY. Let's first talk about the chart. There's a few different things that you can point out. I guess I'll just quickly go over. Everyone's talking about the D trend, right? The downtrend and stuff. So me personally, looking at some of the data coming out, or yeah, data, and then Powell speaking, I believe next week. I don't know if they actually break out of the downtrend, or they'll probably keep us pinned between this range here, which will be like 403 down to maybe 93, 393 or something. I will say, I mean, the chart looks really nice, it looks bullish and stuff. The thing is, they might not let us get through that. But I will say, if you notice, we always come down, bounce back up, and then make newer lows down here, right? Go up, make newer lows, go up, make newer lows, right? And that's basically, but this time we came up and we didn't make new lows. So that is the bullish thing, in my opinion. Now, we could get rejected at that trend line that everyone's talking about, and then obviously we would probably make new lows, maybe 330, 350, or actually, yeah, like 330. But until then, we've got to stay bullish basically, just because we've got the uptrend right here, and then we also have, so we've got the ascending uptrend, little baby ascending trend, and then we've got this horizontal support. So I want to say we're still bullish. The thing, like I said, is maybe they keep us pinned underneath this range here until we get confirmation from Powell. We get the blessing that we can go higher. From like just some patterns and stuff that you can kind of pick up. Obviously, you could have a little mini cup and handle here. If you don't like that, you could say the cup and handle's technically here. If you don't like that, then you could say there's an inverse head and shoulders. So a lot of bullish stuff here for the chart in general. And like I said, as long as we stay above this support and this horizontal support, we want to stay bullish. But like I said, going into next week, we'll probably get a better idea of where we're headed. Things are getting like pretty tight. Like the ranges are getting a lot smaller. So this was our range first. Now we have a smaller range here. And so we'll probably, in my opinion, not financial advice, we'll probably stay pinned around here. So that's just a quick breakdown of SPY, everything like that. Now let's shift over to, I guess, the data really quick. Tomorrow we've got some small stuff. We've got manufacturing PMI and then services PMI. But I think data has been pretty good the last week and stuff, or at least the market's been shrugging it off, so not really affecting it too much. So I don't really know how big this will be tomorrow, honestly. I think we either stay pinned tomorrow, or we come back down to start downtrending back down to the support down here, this ascending support. So I think maybe 393 max to the downside, or we stay underneath the 400 range. The bullish thing is, though, we did close above 400, which I think a lot of people, it's just a psychological number that if you're closing above it, you want to feel more optimistic about the market. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at a few stocks that I looked out for with the options flow and stuff, and let me know what you guys think about them. So I was already looking at the first one, but my favorite, I think, actually I'll save my favorite one for the last. I'm going to start with Boot. Boot is one that I saw come in today. It's the main things that highlight here that I like about it is the total volume. This chain was about 42% of its total volume for the stock. So this one doesn't get much premium is basically what I'm saying. So when this came in with 350K, very, very unusual for me in my opinion, right? And thing is, it's got a pretty good volume to open interest ratio here. So about 1,400 contracts were traded today. Prior to today was only about 200 contracts out there. So that's I think something unusual. And then out of the money percentage, so it's 4.23% out the money. They're currently about $3 right now, the contracts, but they've got plenty of time. You've got about a little under a month until these expire. And currently the stock is trading at $76. The options are for $80 strikes. For the most part, the ask, the bullish bearish kind of ask bid is about 228K bullish side, and then you got 77 bearish side. So definitely a little bit more bullish, 65%. Here is the history that I was talking about. So prior to this, you about had about a little over 200, maybe a little under 200 for most of January. Very little volume on these chains, and then you had 1,400 come in today. And then I'm going to show you guys the order that came in. I think it was just one big order, so that's another thing that's kind of bullish for me, in my opinion. So we're going to expand that. I'm just going to filter this out really quick. Here is the order. So it's a 95K order. And then I think you also had some, flow alerts that came in as well. And these are all together. So I think they bought them for like $2. Yeah, $2. So the spread was $1.45 to $2. And they basically just bought them at the ask. And that's for like all these contracts that came in. So it's not a lot of money. If you were to add this, it's like 6K, 10K, and then another 12K, so 22K plus this, that's going to be 22K plus 32K, 40, about 50K. It's about a 50K order that came in there. And then you have the 95K. So that's about, what is it? About like 150, 140. So $150K came in for this. Now, the reason I like this one, obviously it was like near the ask, and also the chart doesn't look bad, so we're going to look at the chart now. On the chart, I think the things I liked about it was the downtrend's clearly been broken. This was all their downtrend right here up until like November. Then you broke out of it, maybe retouch that, make sure it's support strong enough, and now we're going into higher highs, basically. It's the way I'm seeing it. So daily chart, so this is going to be a candle a day, but I was seeing, I think there's a gap fill somewhere up here. What was it? Maybe in May, I think there's a gap. But basically support and resistances are, I would say like 75, of course, has already been claimed. And then you really don't have any support or resistance until like 88, I would say. You could say this is resistance down here at 80. But previous high is going to be around $85, $88. So there's a lot of upside for this one. And like I said, this one doesn't get a lot of options activity. So when that came in, definitely interested to just keep watching this. And then I'll show you guys one other thing before we move on to the next ticker. If you go to options in history, or maybe I should have shown you that. But yeah, these options are basically dead. They don't really get any volume. You can see 4, 12, 46, 20. So that's why this is like pretty unusual. Now there's another thing that this could be. I mean, this looks bullish, of course, right? 66%, 67. But that's just how they're tagged. This could actually be, if they come in together, it could be that they're buying these 80s and then they're selling the 85s, or vice versa. But just because they're similar, I think these could be associated, even though it's not linked together. But yeah, these don't get that much premium, so that's why they're going to be on the monthly time frames. So you don't have like contracts for next week and stuff. So that's a little safety thing as well. You got plenty of time if you decide to go with these. Currently at $3. So I think that's the first one. And like I said, basically broke resistance here at 75. And main thing is just really going into 87, I would say. But I think that's, pretty straightforward. This one's pretty straightforward. So I like this one. I don't even know what they do. I just thought the flow was interesting. Engages in operation of retail stores of Western work-related footwear. So something with feet and shoes, I guess. But yeah, this one seems to be pretty interesting. It went up, did consolidation. Now it's breaking to the upside. So I would not see why this doesn't go to 80, but we'll kind of see how this one plays out tomorrow. So that's the first one. What do I have next on the list here? This one is kind of tricky, but I think this will be fun. It's XPEV. I guess I should show you guys the flow better. So I've got 3 or 4 contracts that are bullish, and then I've got one that can go either way. So boot was the first I guess, bullish one. And then the next one is going to be XPEV. Show you guys that really quick. And I believe I really like XPEV to the upside if China stocks are strong like this week. These are for this week, so they are a little more risky. $10.5 calls, so 3.96% out the money. They're only 22 cents, about 22 bucks. They're already up like 175%. So, but the volume is just ridiculous. 17K, open interest 27. So about a 6-to-1 ratio there, basically. And then low multi-leg as well. Like I said, 400K for this kind of stock, like a $10 stock, is pretty much a pretty good amount of money in it, I would say. 65% bullish. And then here are the historical data as well. So about 1,300, 2,400. So this recently started going up in volume and open interest. But today was the big day. So we'll see how 17 carries over. I don't think all of that will carry over. But it'll be definitely interesting to see how much of that carries over. I don't remember the actual big orders that came in for this one. So we'll have to kind of do this really quick, actually. Let's do like 100. Yeah, if I can get 100 put in there. Where is it at? Oh, yeah, so yeah, it's just a lot of orders that came in. 12, what's it? Yeah, just a lot of orders that came in. It's nothing specifically huge. It's just a lot of volume is what I mean. There's a 14 and a 15K, but actually it's just a lot of trading activity on this. But that doesn't mean it's not a good option, or it couldn't be a good option. The reason I like this, the first thing that I notice on this is there's a gap right here all the way to almost $12. So like I said, if I also consider that Tesla is reporting earnings, so if that's good, then NEO, XPEV, all these EV stocks could just go crazy. So that's another thing. I really love the gap fill here that we could go into. And then, I mean, if Tesla does really good, then this could follow that. And then as long as it holds above $10 or basically, yeah, $10 psychologically, then this still has room for upside and fill that gap. If it basically gets underneath 10, then just cut your losses. But yeah, because you have a gap fill down here. So it could obviously do that. So if it breaks back underneath here, then it'll probably fill this gap down here. I mean, if it can hold this and just start bouncing, you have all this room here to go. So I really like this one, but like I said, these expire this week, so they're very risky. And yeah, but I like this one. And the thing to go with this one is NEO and Tesla and all the EV sector stuff. I don't really think there's much on this one, honestly. I just like it. It's like breaking out consolidation, breaking out consolidation. So, I mean, if that makes sense, what would you guys expect next, right? Another breakout to the upside. That's what I would be thinking, right? And I would be bullish as long as you basically hold this support right here, right? So I just like this one because of the gap. Nice consolidation, breakouts, consolidations, and yeah. And then the tons of volume on those 10.5s for this week, which is kind of like right here, the 10.5s. That's my next pick, the second pick. What should we talk about next? I've got two more and then one that can go really either way. What was the first one? The first one was Boot. This one's XPEV, and then the next one that I like, and this is the wrong tab, so let me switch over. Where is it? Here's the real tab. So yeah, these, make sure just to see how much of this volume carries over, because there was no actual big whale or anything to step in. It was just a lot of volume. Out the money is about a little under 4%, so it's still ways out there, but yeah, good luck with that one. Let me do, this one's low-key kind of nice. It's $10 calls for February 17. You got plenty of time here, about 25 days till expiration. Super cheap, 26 cents. So this one's under $10. It's not going to move a lot, so that's why these are only 26 cents. But it's got 322K premium, and then 12,000 in volume versus 900 open interest, 81% bullish. I like this chain. It's about almost 10% out the money, so these are really kind of risky, but you got plenty of time that you could get in and cut. And if it doesn't work out, you know, just cut your losses. But 12,000 to 900, that's insane volume to open interest. There was a few big orders, I believe, on this one. Let me see. I can't remember. No, this one just has a lot of volume also. So this one's kind of like XPEV. There wasn't like any big order, but it was just a lot of volume, which is crazy because the stock did not move that much. So let me show you guys Rocket really quick. Rocket was up almost 4% for the day, and just to have that amount of volume is pretty nuts, honestly. The chart looks good. I think this one has room to 950 at least. This is where it had previous resistance right here, and yeah, kind of like right there too. So this is gonna be really good support there too, I guess. So I think 950 is like the first target, of course, but then really you're looking for, I mean, a target up to 11 almost, I would say. Once it starts getting above. What's up? Hey, Gustav, what's going on, brother? We'll talk about some stocks in just a bit. Let me get through these first, and we'll talk some stocks. So yeah, I like Rocket. This one, basically, you could do a cup and handle here. Well, I don't know if it's a cup and handle since it came all the way to the cup, to the bottom of the cup. But yeah, it's breaking previous highs, and now the next target is here and here. Well, not even this one, but this is going to be psychologically a resistance, but yeah, this is going to be the main target for me, honestly. I like this one because it's got like maybe like a month till expiration, and they're not too far out the money. They're about, how much for, they're about 10%. Actually, they are pretty far out the money. About 10%, 7%, 9%, I can't remember. But yeah, these haven't really moved just as much as I thought, so sheesh. This one's for sure on the books. My favorite all-time play. Let me give you guys my favorite all-time play for this week. If you do like this one, make sure to hit the like button. It's gonna be Paramount. P-A-R-A. I think we've talked about it in the channel before. I haven't got a position in it, but the flow that came in on this one today was woof. It's exciting. It's Paramount 21 fives for 210. You've got 18 days till expiration. It's only 1.6 out the money. 78 cents a contract. This is what's ridiculous. 21,000 volume today on 300 open interest, over 1 million in premium, and about 75% of that is bullish or at least bought at the ask. Here's the history if you guys want to see the history. About 200, you know, this is the big day where it came in. Here is the order stuff. This is what's crazy. I think it was like 2 or 3 orders that came in that are huge. Let's just go ahead and show you real quick. Here we go. First one that sticks out is 198K order, and it's 3,000 contract size floor order. So you guys know what the floor is. It's basically them executing it for a personal account exclusively. And then also, I believe there was another, I think this one came in, I might have to size this up so you guys can see it. Yeah, so it came in, that came in separate, 198K, 3,000 contracts. And then previous to that, about like 2 or 3 minutes after, or before, I'm sorry, you had another order come in at the ask. This is nutty, right? The spread's 50 to 54, they bought them at 55. And they basically bought them all for 55 actually. So all on the ask. I'm going to be definitely watching this one tomorrow because I love the chart. I love these orders that came in. So let me show you guys the chart. P-A-R-A. Beautiful chart. Beautiful chart. Basically what I like about this one, I might need to go to the daily, but you guys can see it, can you? It's basically breaking previous resistance here around what, 2050. You're closing above it until like $23 or 22, I believe. Yeah, 23, let's just say 23. Moving it down to the bottom of that, like 23.50, let's just say. You really don't have much resistance, right? You broke the downtrend, right? You formed a base, you came up, got rejected, confirmed that base, now you're breaking above that resistance. I mean, it just looks nice, right? In my opinion. So this is my play of the week. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Obviously, markets have to continue to stay bullish if you guys want to see follow through. But I really like the flow that came in, and if that flow, all those orders that came in stick overnight, then there's definitely something going on with this one. Also, I don't know. I was gonna say something else, but I think that's good enough for this one. I'm gonna talk about one more And I think we should be good. But yeah, this one's so fire. I love it. And it's probably gonna go down because I say I love it. So let me yeah, let's close that one. Let's go back. Yeah, just insane. This was actually early in the day too. I don't know if you guys see this, but all this volume came in early in the day. And if you look at the chart, I mean, they got these pretty cheap. I think they're up on these contracts. They were coming in. I might have to open this again actually, but they're already up on these contracts. So I doubt they sell them, which is another bullish thing. They're probably going to hold on. Hodl, you feel me? At the end of the day, I think they're like 7. What's the last on these? Last was 78. The last was 78. They started buying these at 55. So they're up already like 50%. Yeah, I think 50%ish. So, I mean, yeah, I wish I would have seen these earlier, but I was in something else. So that is my 4th play, I believe. My favorite play. I've got one more. This one, it can go really either way, bullish or bearish. The reason I say that's because I see volume on both ends. First one that I pick out is the 54 puts for this week. They have about $1 million in premium, heavily bearish, right? About 1.2 on the bearish side, and then 6,000 volume, very low open interest. So somebody most likely opening positions on the 54s. Now it's not a huge out the money; it's about 3.5%. So that's the bearish. I want to link to the bearish side with this one, but Bitcoin's been bullish, so I've got to look at the upside too. I believe it's the $60 calls for next week that I was looking at. Yeah, 3,600 in volume, 900K in premium, and yeah, very little multi-legs. That's what I like to watch for. But this one can really go both ways. I don't remember what the orders were. Let's just look at the chart because the chart has a lot to say, honestly. Let's look. So we've got previous highs up here, like at 75. Obviously, that's going to be a while before we get there. My target is like, was it like $60? Because this is the resistance, huge support level here. So that's the resistance level. But we've got good support here. So you can see we've got the support there. We came down, bounced off of it. I would not see why we couldn't go back up to 60. But that's going to obviously depend if we can break out of previous high here, about 7. But it looks good. It looks good. And then MACD's bullish momentum. But this one can go either way. And the reason I say that is because we got flow on both sides. And then this one's really at the middle, so it can go up or it can go down to previous support or that resistance that we're talking about. I don't know. This one's tricky, but I think it's definitely going to move up or down regardless. So easy on watch. I think this is my 3rd play to watch, but I haven't decided which way. And obviously, we'll take a look at some options flow to see how some of these orders carry over in the morning. But yeah, this should be pretty exciting. So the ones that I said, $54 puts for this week, 6,000 volume, 1 million in premium, and then the $60 calls. So 3,651 volume, 900K. These other ones, I mean, you could definitely keep them and watch. The 59s and the 60s, either one. This is 98% bullish. Actually, it might be these that I was watching, not these. One of these two. But yeah, that's what I got, you guys. Let's talk a little bit about the stocks. And if you guys enjoyed that, please drop a like on the video, support the channel. And you can use my link for the unusual whales. It's all provided down below. You'll get 5%, but you can just create it for your account. So I hope you guys have a great one. Let's stay safe out there, and let's talk about some real stocks. Well, Gustavo said CLFD. Let's see. My boy got to. Sorry, I'm reading some of the Discord stuff. Let's do it. What CLFD Clearview Inc. Honestly, I have not talked about this one before. What is this? This is $76 call or $76 stock. Design, manufacture, distribution of fiber protection operates through Clearview Nestor cable segment. Never heard of this, honestly. Let's just click the link here. See clearview.com. Enabling lifestyle, better broaden provides. What do they do, my brother? What do they do? Active fiber cabinets. It's a manufacturing company. So is it a dividend stock for you? It does not pay a dividend actually, so it might not be a dividend position. It is trading cheap. I would have honestly waited for maybe what, 65, 67. It had a great day today, and I see why you're buying it. It's down pretty heavily over the last couple days from 99 all the way down. Did they have news? Let's look if they had news. Reaches milestone of 50 million ports in market. Huh. Tax lien lower, so nothing really specific to this. Technicals here on TradingView say sell. Kind of agree. I wanted to see if it can establish a base here about maybe 60. Was it 65, 68? That's what I would be looking at to get a position here. It looks like it hasn't touched that, so I would have waited, me personally, but yeah, good luck with this one. Good luck with this one. Fiber internet developer, good margins, big future. Interesting. So I think the reason I don't like the chart is because it looks like it's a double top, kinda, right? Double top neckline. So downtrend for this. I don't know their revenue. I mean, it looks like they beat earnings and stuff. It could be a double top. It could be like a triple top. Not really a triple top, but the neckline here is important. I think it could go back and reclaim the neckline and then come back down for real. And if it is a double top and this is the neckline, then you're looking at a downtrend down probably to like fix it, in my opinion, right? This is not financial advice, but in my opinion, you'd be looking at a downtrend all the way down to, yeah, kind of like $41. It looks like maybe where it's got the previous lows here. That would be like anywhere here. That's what it's looking like if this is a double top. But before it actually does this full breakdown, it could do the retest of the neckline and then confirm downtrend. So you could make some money short term, right? Let it go up to 85. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, it could go up to these 85 resistance and then maybe get rejected. If it like reclaims it, then that would be bullish. If it comes up here, holds 85, then it would just obviously go back up to 120. It looks like something like that, in my opinion. But yeah, to establish a base, I would be thinking obviously like prehistoric resistance and support down here around 65 on average. Yeah, that's my thoughts, brother. Anybody have any questions? I think I did a pretty good job on those first. I'm throwing clout on myself right now. I'm patting myself in the back, but no, I'm excited for those that I mentioned. We've got Paramount, big favorite play, of course. Rocket is kind of I really like XPEF. I'll say XPEF, Para are my top two. Coin can go either way, so I got to put that somewhere in third place. Rocket, just kind of watch it. I like it because it's got time on those options. And then Boot, I've never heard of it, but unusual flow that never gets any volume, so kind of sus in my opinion. Strong buy on the technicals too, if you want to believe in those. There's one other thing. Was it, who has the double bottom? There's a stock here that has the double bottom. It might be Paramount. Yeah, it's Paramount with the double bottom looking ass. Yeah, Paramount's gonna be my favorite. I hope you guys make money on that one. Might go down to test support. Which one was that one? CFD? Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll see how this one works. It looks like the resistance is definitely going to be there, like at 85. Yeah, previous resistance here. Went up there, got rejected, and then that's going to be support from here. So, yeah, that's like the little point there. So, yeah, that's what I got for you, man. Let's just talk a few other stocks before we close the stream. Airbnb, Spotify did well. Spotify did its thing. I think this might be a buying opportunity, honestly. I'm going to wait for this gap fill down here, maybe 98, retouch that resistance or the support now. And then I might go long on some calls again. Just because this kind of looks so bullish. This looks like a scallop pattern. I don't know if you guys seen that. It's something new that I learned. Scallop pattern stonks. This is looking like this pattern right here. Bullish. Kind of looks like this, I guess. It's a new pattern that I learned on one of the books that I was looking at. The scallop pattern. This is not a good example. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is a good example. It's a scallop pattern. It's just bullish. It looks bullish. Doesn't it look like that? If I can find my chart. It just kind of looks like that. So I'm thinking, I mean, it could either be the scallop or it could be a huge cup and handle. If it's a cup and handle, then where's my thing? Then if it's a cup and handle, then we're talking about, I mean, minimum here, 113, and then you get the cup. Maybe that's too far. You get the cup right there. So it could be a huge cup and handle, which at least 115 almost. Or you could do the most recent highs up here, which is like 125. Regardless, the pattern looks good, and just waiting on that pullback, fill the gap, and then we could go retest 105, and we'll see how that one develops. Yes, sir. But yeah, Spotify, good. We called that one early. I didn't make money on it because I didn't take the position, but I knew that was a winner. You guys can go check out the video. What was the other one? I think there's some more flow on Spotify actually too. Let me see. I didn't check Spotify today. It might be bearish actually. Yeah, it looks like they took maybe profits on these. From what it looks like, maybe they took profits on the 105s, and that's completely okay. Like, I expect more downside on this one, probably fill the gap, maybe back to 94, and that's fine. We'll just get a better opportunity to get some calls and stuff. The reason I want to stay bullish on this one though is because of earnings. They just did their layoff stuff, so that should help them as well. But I like this one. Anybody have any questions? Let's just go through a few other ones. Nvidia. Oh wow, Nvidia. We have to talk about Nvidia. Nvidia is nasty right now. It is so gross. I mean, like, in a good way, but it's like scary too, honestly. Cause in my opinion, this one has room to go to like what, 210, 220? Yeah, 210 I think. Cause I was saying it's got like a $20 move. It was like from 190 to 210 is a $20 move. That's what people are probably targeting, I think, 210. From a chart, like, it just looks nasty, bro. It just nasty. It's got an inverse head and shoulders potentially here. I would see if there's a pullback, and that's basically, I'm in puts right now. I'm trying to play the relief bounce, kind of come back down. The retest, basically this trend right here. I'm trying to get the retest to low 180s, and then I would probably get calls. But yeah, sorry if I just lost everybody in that. I think this one is bullish. So what do I see with this one? Basically, inverse head and shoulders, huge run up, and it's so nasty because it did like a 40% move in like 2 weeks. Since like early January, you would, even if you just bought shares, you would be up 40%, which is so insane. And it just recovered these losses faster than it lost them, kind of, basically. So yeah, this one, I think, I will say one thing also, like on the weekly, the downtrend's been broken, which is kind of leading everything else. Because if you look at, let's say, SPY and stuff, they haven't broke out. So that's very interesting, right? So the downtrend on SPY hasn't been broken out, but Nvidia is leading the way. Like, it's already broken out of its downtrend. It's already leading. It's had 3 weeks, like, just closing green. So I'm thinking a small pullback, maybe like 180, 178, and then it could continue going forward. But just the chart looks bullish because of that inverse head and shoulders, like, right, basically breaking 190. If it can hold 190, which right now it is, and it's above after hours too, I mean, you don't really have any resistance to like 210, 220. Like, well, let's just start with 210, and then you got the real history up there. I don't know, what you guys think? Bullish on Nvidia? And it doesn't matter like that it's so overvalued. The market just eats it up. Like, it's honestly insane. It is really insane because it shouldn't be trading at this. So this one did a split 4-to-1, I believe, last year. So if you times that by this, it's actually like at $760. You multiply that, it's like at 700. It's a $760 stock, basically. And it's nowhere near its 2019 levels, which is like $50, I believe. 2019's, yeah, like 74 is just crazy. $74, $75. So this is one that has a lot of premium. So if the market gets really rough, this one's gonna sell off just as fast as it went up, basically. And we saw that before, actually. We saw that happen here. Was that, when was that, December? It might have been when Powell spoke about stuff. But yeah, if it claims 190, I think people want to push it to 200, 210. But I'm thinking we get a small pullback just based off like some of the other indicators like SPY. Let me go back to SPY. I think like we got the resistance, downtrend resistance. Yeah, I don't think they let us cross this until after we get the go signal from Powell. So I think we're gonna stay inside this range right here, this little range here, in my opinion. All right, so we'll probably come back and retest 390, and then we'll bounce back up. The only outliers are like the data, right? So we've got the PMI data, we've got jobless claims, and I believe some other stuff. Do we have anything on Wednesday? I think Wednesday's pretty chill. Crude oil, nobody cares about that. Yeah, pretty chill Wednesday, which is crazy, right? We basically said Monday was going to be chill, bullish tilt, kind of, because it is how it is. If there's no bad data, then it's just going to trend up. Tomorrow, it's most likely going to keep going up, but PMI and what's the other one? Services PMI could affect some volatility, add some volatility. And then Wednesday, actually, we've got earnings too. So end of Tuesday, we've got Microsoft earnings. So that's one big outlier. And that could mess up Wednesday's price action. If Microsoft is bearish, then Wednesday we're going to bleed off. Based off data, we don't have anything. So it's going to basically be earnings. Stock is going to move based off earnings. Thursday, we've got, the durable goods. It's high. And then we've got GDP. That's going to be big. We also got the jobless claim somewhere here, right? We usually have that. Yeah, right here. But yeah, I guess, so tomorrow, I would say service PMI and service PMI, manufacturing PMI, service PMI are some volatilities, like things, right? And other than that, end of day Tuesday, Microsoft could affect Wednesday, and then Thursday. So really, Wednesday is going to be a big day. I think tomorrow we chop it up and down, chop it up. And then Wednesday, we do a big move up or big move down based off post earnings Microsoft. And then Thursday, more volatility based off data. Yeah. And then Friday, I haven't even looked that far. PCE, 50-50, brother. 50-50. So I think that's a quick breakdown of stuff I'm thinking. Yo, how you guys feeling? How we feeling? Anybody have any questions? Or you guys not subscribing? Can't. If you subscribe to the channel, it's free. You can type in the chat, I believe. It's free, my brother. I think that's all I have. Obviously, there's a few other stocks. SoFi, Airbnb, PSNY, long terms, yeah. But NVIDIA is just in Qualcomm. Actually, I saw some flow on Qualcomm. Qualcomm is nasty too, honestly. This one actually already broke out. So, you know how NVIDIA is trying to get out of its resistance? This one's already above it. Next level, of course, you've got like maybe 135, but mainly it's 140, 141. That's the main level of resistance up there. So, I don't know. I'm bullish on it. The only thing I would say is you got a little gap there. So, Qualcomm likes to fill its gaps, honestly. There's a few histories where it goes up and fills the gaps. Like there's one there, went up and filled the gap. Gap down, came back up and filled the gap. So, this one, I mean, it could go either 50-50, honestly, but it wants 141. I'm just cautious about this gap fill there. But it is bullish. It's got like a cup and handle kind of looking as, or a double bottom looking as, like a lot of good stuff on it, but just that gap fill. Also the flow I think was good on it. There was one thing I posted on Twitter, you guys can check it out, but it was 145s. Whoa, that's a lot more money than I saw last time. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh my god. Okay, see, when I saw this had 300K. Now it's got $2 million premium, 10% out the money, 12,000 volume. We've got to check these out because I did not have this earlier. Okay, let's see if there's any big orders on this. Wow, this just made the list, surprisingly, honestly. It wasn't supposed to be on the list this week. Is there big money on it or what? I just see a lot of people selling, my brother. Okay, this might be a trap. It's looking like it's a trap. Yeah, I would be careful with Qualcomm. It's probably going to fill that gap, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of people selling the 145s in the day. A lot of people just, it looks like they're selling, right? They could obviously be buying it, but it looks like they're selling. So they're probably taking profits. This was the one that I saw come in, the 1900 for real. I saw this one come in, it was bullish, and I was bullish on Qualcomm. But it looks like they're taking profits or something. I don't know. We'll see how this volume updates in the morning. You guys can do it on your own if you sign up for Unusual Wells. Got the link down there as well if you guys need it. I'm gonna wait a few days and then I'm probably gonna get puts to fill that gap. You know, put some putty on that and fill it up. I think that's what I got though. Anybody got any questions? Let me run through my list really quick. Oh, GameStop. I think I saw something funny with it, something goofy with it. GameStop. Let's do GameStop 2. GameStop. There was something goofy on the flow. Let's see where it is. Was it today that I saw the GME stuff, or was it yesterday? $25 calls for this week. Nothing really sus. Honestly. Maybe the 25 calls, but there's more money on these 22s. These are sus because it's 15% out the money. That's the only reason it's kind of sus. But they've got decent open interest on them, so it's not like they're opening positions that heavy. I would say, let's see if there's anything big on here. It might just be a lot of volume. Let's do 100 on the size. These are today, so nothing big, just volume. So yeah, nothing crazy on it. I think it would just be a chart trade. I think the first resistance is around 24.20. Then it reclaimed, this looks nice because it reclaimed that previous support or psychological number of 20, right? And then the only thing is bearish is it's still in this downtrend right here, so not technically bullish. It could consolidate here for a few days and then maybe continue going upward to that 24 level. Yeah, it's got a lot of work to do still. Yeesh. So fellas, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think I've taken way too much of your time. Oh, we did talk about Paramount. Yeah, you guys remember it? Yeah, we talked about Paramount for sure. I think that's it. SE did some crazy moves. We talked about the flow on this one. It's nasty. I think there's more upside on this one. But I don't know. There's just it's ran so much for me. I'm just not gonna chase it. But you've got so much room. You've got room to like 89. Like yeah, it's just crazy on this one. Honestly, good support right here. Good support. If it can claim, what is it, 65? I mean, it's already kind of held it. Yeah, SE. It's a payment / crypto stuff, I believe. E-commerce. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please smash the like button if you can. If you guys want to check out some of the affiliate links down there, TradingView, go to for sure, easily. I do it for charting and everything. And Unusual Wells, of course. They're not sponsoring the video. It's just stuff I use. I am a member with them, though, so that's it, you guys. You guys have a great evening. Hope you guys have a great day tomorrow, and I'm gonna see you guys at the next one. Signing out. Peace.